Have you ever found yourself waking up at 3 a.m., again, just to go to the bathroom? You shuffle in the dark, maybe bump into the nightstand or the edge of the bed, and by the time you're back under the covers, your sleep is gone. And the worst part? You know it'll happen again tomorrow. You're not alone. In fact, for so many people over 60, waking up to pee in the middle of the night feels like just another part of getting older. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be? You see, this constant nighttime urination, what doctors call nocturia, is more than just a minor inconvenience. It affects how deeply we sleep, how energetic we feel in the morning, and even how steady we are on our feet. Every time we wake up, especially in the middle of the night, our body has to reset. And for seniors, especially those who already struggle with balance or have trouble falling back asleep, this can snowball into real exhaustion and even health risks. Now here's the thing. Many people believe that peeing 2 or 3 times at night is just something they have to live with after a certain age. But that's not the full story. Yes, our bodies change as we get older. Yes, our bladder may not hold as much as it used to. And yes, hormones that control urine production during sleep do start to shift. But even with all that, there are still things you can do. Small things, natural things, and they can make a huge difference. So, if you're tired of waking up groggy, making bathroom trips in the dark, or just want to feel truly rested again, this video is for you. Because today, we're going to explore simple, powerful ways you can take back control of your nights. And the best part? These aren't expensive treatments or drastic lifestyle changes. They're small habits that anyone can start right at home. Let's begin with one of the biggest silent triggers, what you drink and when you drink it. Now, most of us know that drinking too much water at night can make us need to pee more. But here's what's not talked about enough. Even healthy seniors often drink more fluids late in the evening without realizing it. Maybe it's a few cups of water after dinner, or sipping tea while watching your favorite show, or even a bowl of soup close to bedtime. It all adds up. And because the aging bladder doesn't stretch the way it used to, it doesn't take much for it to get full. One of the best things you can do is to shift your fluid intake earlier in the day. Think of it like this. Front load your hydration. Drink most of your water before 6 or 7 in the evening. That way, your body has time to process it, and your bladder can rest at night just like you want to. If you use sipping tea or warm drinks in the evening, consider switching to something with a calming scent but very little liquid, like a chamomile-scented aromatherapy oil or even a warm compress. You'll get that same relaxing ritual without waking up 2 hours later needing the bathroom. Another overlooked factor is salt. Now, this one surprises a lot of people. You might be thinking, wait, salt? Isn't that about blood pressure? Well, yes. But here's something interesting. Studies show that eating a lot of salty food in the evening can actually increase how much urine your body makes at night. It's almost like your kidneys are trying to flush all that excess sodium out, right when you're trying to sleep. So, if you enjoy salty snacks after dinner, chips, pickles, salted nuts, even salty cheeses, it might be time to switch those out for lighter, less salty options. And while we're at it, let's talk about another sneaky culprit, caffeine. Even decaf coffee or chocolate in the evening can have small traces of caffeine or other stimulants that affect your bladder. Caffeine not only keeps the brain alert, but also stimulates urine production. If you've been enjoying a small cup of coffee after dinner or a few bites of dark chocolate before bed, it might be time to test how your body reacts without them, just for a few days. You might be surprised how much longer you sleep before that first bathroom trip calls your name. But drinks and snacks are only part of the picture. Let's also consider your body's natural rhythm. As we age, our circadian rhythm, that internal clock that tells our body when to sleep, when to digest, and yes, when to make urine, can start to shift. That's why so many seniors find themselves going to bed earlier, waking up earlier, and sometimes feeling wide awake in the middle of the night. To help reset that internal rhythm, getting daylight exposure early in the day can work wonders. A short walk in the morning sun, even just sitting by a bright window, helps signal to your brain, this is day. And that helps your body decide. Nighttime is for rest, not bathroom visits. We've covered a few important foundations so far. Hydration timing, salty and caffeinated foods, and daylight exposure. These small steps might seem too simple to matter, but they add up, and for many people, even just adjusting one of them can lead to 1 or 2 fewer bathroom trips a night. Imagine that. A full night's sleep. No stumbling in the dark. No groggy mornings. Just calm, deep healing rest. Now, since we've laid the foundation with simple changes around what you drink and eat, let's take a look at something that often gets overlooked, but it could be one of the biggest game changers when it comes to sleeping through the night. It's the way you treat your legs during the day. Yes, your legs. Strange as it might sound, fluid that collects in your lower body during the day, especially if you sit or stand for long periods, can shift back into your bloodstream when you lie down at night. Your body then tries to get rid of that excess fluid by sending you to the bathroom. It's something many older adults never realize. During the day, gravity pulls fluid into the feet and legs. That's why some people notice their ankles or calves swell a bit by evening. But as soon as you lie down at night, your body reabsorbs that fluid, processes it, and turns it into, you guessed it, urine. One simple trick: try elevating your legs for 30 to 60 minutes in the late afternoon or early evening. It can be as easy as propping your feet up on a pillow while you watch TV or read a book. This small act helps your body move that fluid out earlier in the day, before you go to bed, so your bladder doesn't have to deal with it overnight. You can even gently massage your calves or move your ankles in circles to help the circulation along. Think of it as a little love for your legs and a gift to your future sleep. And while we're on the topic of circulation, another gentle tip that works beautifully is a short walk after dinner. Not a power walk, not anything intense, just a calm, comfortable stroll around the house or in your garden if it's safe. This gets your body moving, helps digestion, and encourages your kidneys to do their work a bit earlier in the evening. Plus, it helps you wind down both physically and mentally. That calming movement can actually prepare your body for better, deeper rest. Now let's talk about your bladder itself. As we age, the muscles in the bladder may not be as strong or flexible as they once were. Sometimes it feels like the urge to urinate comes sooner, even if the bladder isn't completely full. That's where something called bladder training can help. No, it's not as complicated as it sounds. It simply means gently teaching your bladder to hold urine for a little longer over time, especially during the day. For example, if you feel the urge to pee but it's only been 30 minutes since the last time, you try to wait just 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe you distract yourself, do some light breathing, or stay seated for a few extra minutes. Over time, this strengthens the signals between your brain and your bladder, helping you gain a bit more control. That control often carries over into the night as well, reducing how often you wake up. And remember, our emotions matter too. Anxiety, stress, or even the subtle tension of worrying about whether you'll sleep through the night. These can all make the urge to urinate feel stronger, especially in the quiet hours of the night when our minds aren't distracted. Even a small sensation in the bladder can feel urgent. That's why finding ways to relax your nervous system before bed is so important. A calming bedtime routine can do wonders. Maybe you dim the light an hour before bed, listen to soothing music, or do a few minutes of deep breathing. If you pray, meditate, or read spiritual passages, that's wonderful too. The key is consistency. Your brain starts to associate these gentle habits with winding down, which makes it less likely that small bladder signals will fully wake you up. Each of these steps, elevating your legs, walking after dinner, bladder training, and relaxing your nervous system, may seem small on their own, but together, they create a powerful shift. They tell your body, nighttime is for rest, not for running to the bathroom. And isn't it the kind of peace we all long for, especially as we get older? A night where sleep isn't interrupted. A morning where you wake up truly rested. A body that feels more in rhythm, more under your control, and a little more at ease. Let's continue building on that peace, because you absolutely deserve it. Now, let's turn our attention to something that almost always hides in plain sight: your bedtime habits. Sometimes, we don't even realize how certain small actions before bed could be signaling the body to stay alert or interfere with bladder signals. Let's start with one that surprises most people: screen time. Whether it's television, your phone, or a tablet, the light from these devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That keeps melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy, from doing its job. But there's more to it. Studies suggest that blue light exposure in the evening can also interfere with how the kidneys and bladder function. Your body gets confused about whether it should be winding down or staying active. So what can you do? Try turning off screens at least an hour before bed. Replace them with softer, calming activities. Reading a physical book, listening to gentle music, or even having a light-hearted chat with someone you love. These are the things that tell your body it's time to relax. It's safe to rest. Speaking of rest, let's talk about sleep positioning. This might sound surprising, but how you sleep could actually be making things worse or better when it comes to nighttime urination. For some people, lying completely flat can increase the pressure on the bladder, especially if there's a bit of abdominal weight or bloating. Some seniors have found relief by slightly elevating their upper body using an extra pillow. Others sleep better on their side, which can help ease pressure on the bladder. There's no one-size-fits-all rule here, but it's worth gently experimenting. What matters most is comfort, and listening to what your body seems to prefer. And here's another big factor that many overlook: temperature regulation. If your bedroom is too cold, your body may react by increasing urine production. Strange, right? But it's true. Cooler temperatures can sometimes make the kidneys work harder, pushing more urine into the bladder. A warm room, just a few degrees warmer, or even wearing cozy socks to bed can reduce this effect. Your body likes feeling safe and warm. A slight shift in temperature can help you stay asleep longer without unnecessary interruptions. Now, let's take a moment to talk about one more deeply important piece of the puzzle: medications. If you're over 60, there's a good chance you're taking at least 1 or 2 regular prescriptions. Some medications, especially those for high blood pressure, heart conditions, or even diabetes, act as diuretics. That means they cause your body to produce more urine. You might not even realize that a medication you take in the morning is still influencing your bladder by nightfall. Or, if you take a certain pill in the evening, it could be quietly encouraging your body to wake up in the dark. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop taking your medications. Not at all. But it does mean it's worth having a gentle conversation with your doctor. Ask them if the timing of your medications could be affecting your nighttime urination. Sometimes, simply shifting a pill from evening to morning can make a world of difference without changing the dosage or the effect of the medication itself. It's these subtle things, our habits, our routines, and even our environments, that all whisper messages to our bodies. And when we learn to listen, when we adjust those whispers to say, rest now, sleep well, our bodies often respond in the most beautiful ways. You see, it's not about fixing everything overnight. It's about gently creating the right conditions, step by step, for your body to do what was always meant to do: rest, heal, and recover in peace. You're not alone in this, and you're not broken. These nighttime awakenings aren't a sign that you're weak. They're a signal. And now, you're learning how to respond to them with wisdom and care. Let's keep going. There's still one more layer to uncover, one more opportunity to bring ease into your night and energy into your morning. Let's take a deeper breath now. We've talked about habits, posture, medication, even temperature. But before we wrap up, there's one final, powerful area we need to address, and it's something many people don't associate with nighttime urination at all: emotions. Yes, emotional stress, anxiety, and even buried worries can have a direct impact on your bladder. You might be wondering, what does stress have to do with me waking up to pee at 2 or 3 in the morning? Quite a lot, actually. See, your body isn't just a collection of organs working separately. It's one whole, beautiful, interconnected system. When your mind is restless, your body responds. When you carry tension, especially quietly or unconsciously, your bladder can become more sensitive, more active, even overreactive. Have you ever noticed how some people need to urinate right before an important event or stressful situation? That's not a coincidence. It's your nervous system talking. So imagine if your brain is replaying worries about your health, your family, or even your future as you lie in bed. Your bladder maybe listening more than you realize. So, what can we do about this? One of the most healing habits you can introduce, especially after 60, is a simple wind-down ritual before bed that calms your mind and tells your body, you are safe, all is well, you can let go now. This doesn't need to be anything complicated or fancy. It could be as simple as sitting quietly for 5 minutes with your eyes closed and taking slow, gentle breaths. You might choose to speak a few calming affirmations aloud, like, I am calm, I am relaxed, and I release all tension. Or maybe you keep a small notebook near your bed and write down anything that's troubling you. Just a way to tell your brain, we'll deal with this tomorrow. Right now, it's time to rest. This quieting of the mind isn't just spiritual. It has real physical benefits. A calm nervous system means your muscles relax, your heartbeat slows, and yes, your bladder becomes less reactive. It's about giving your whole system permission to stop working overtime. Now, you may be thinking, but I've had this issue for years. I've tried things before. Maybe this is just part of aging. And I want to gently challenge that thought. Yes, aging brings changes, but it does not mean surrendering to discomfort. You still have agency. You still have influence over your body. You are still capable of experiencing restful, undisturbed sleep. Change doesn't have to be dramatic. It can begin with one small decision. Maybe drinking that last glass of water a little earlier, maybe adding a calming routine to your evening, maybe asking your doctor that one important question about your medication. One step at a time. And here's something else to remember. You deserve good sleep, not just because it helps with energy, mood, or focus. You deserve it because you've lived, you've served, you've given, and now it's your time to rest deeply. You've earned that peace. So, as we wrap up, let's take a gentle look back at what we've explored together. We've seen how the timing of your fluids makes a difference, how managing caffeine and alcohol can ease your bladder's load, how screen time and sleeping positions subtly impact your rest, how medication timing might be playing a hidden role, and how emotional stress, more than anything, deserves your attention and kindness. Each of these small choices, on their own, might seem minor, but together, they create a ripple, a soft wave of change. And the result isn't just fewer trips to the bathroom. It's more energy in your day, more freedom in your routine, and most importantly, more peace in your nights. And let me say this from the heart. If you're watching this and feeling a little bit more hopeful, even just a little, then we've already made progress. Because awareness is the beginning of healing. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these changes? What helped you the most? Or maybe you're just getting started. What are you most excited to try first? Drop a comment below. Let's support each other. Because growing older doesn't mean struggling alone. It means growing wiser together. And if this video brought you comfort or clarity, please give it a like. It really helps this message reach others who might need it too. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want more helpful, heart-centered advice for living your best life after 60. Remember, you are not stuck. You are not broken. You are simply adjusting to a new rhythm. And with a little support, that rhythm can be peaceful, joyful, and strong. Here's to you, to restful nights, brighter mornings, and all the beautiful moments still waiting ahead. Take care, sleep well, and we'll see you in the next one.